Hey, Cypher here, and gotta start this one off with a drink. You guys remember that video I put out about veterans history? I did it a few days ago. Probably the worst thing that could have happened to it is happening to it. YouTube is essentially suppressing it. This video is special to me and is apparently special to a lot of other veterans. Part of it is to challenge other historians to think of veterans as another essential category of analysis, just like race, class, and gender. That way veterans issues can be better understood. And the last quarter of the video is basically an opinion piece talking about the everyday problems that veterans face. It's informative, but of course informed by my own understanding. And the comments section on that video has been incredibly affirmative. I dare say that it's the best comments section in the entire channel. The number of veterans saying that they like it has made this cynical heart grow 2 times larger. But that affirming message about veterans' issues is being suppressed by YouTube. I uploaded this a week ahead of time, and even upon release, it was still monetized. While I was GAing a class, they demonetized it and then took an entire day to review it. And then even after manual review, they kept it demonetized. This is educational, and it is important work. And there are problems with demonetization beyond just money. It's suppression. Susan Wojcicki, the CEO of YouTube, just put out a video a week or 2 ago claiming to support educational content on YouTube, where she says,
"And we have made learning on YouTube one of our top priorities."
Yet they have repeatedly demonetized videos that cover difficult histories. If they were standing for education, and not just STEM, but all of education, especially history, then they wouldn't fear difficult histories. Just as PBS, History Channel, Discovery Channel, and HBO have done in the past. Advertisers were not afraid of similar content on those platforms, so why not YouTube? Heck, they even had the gall to put a celebrating veterans feature on the trending page. So clearly they aren't averse to dealing with veterans issues, but only if they're clean and sanitized and marketable, rather than something that might actually make a difference. Now, I've got to say, I'm less concerned with demonetization itself. I've got 7 confirmed demonetized videos and 12 that are pending review, and they'll never get reviewed because YouTube is like that. I've talked about this issue before. In fact, 2 or 3 of those videos have been sneak demonetized, where they actually go and demonetize it without reviewing it or doing any kind of warning. They just randomly sneak in and do it out of the blue. I've talked about it in a previous Diatribe. But Patreon helps me weather these kinds of crises. And thanks to all of my patrons. Without you guys, stuff like this couldn't even happen. But the real problem of this is the resulting suppression of content. YouTubers have been told many times that search and discovery and the ad systems are completely separate algorithms.
The recommendation systems and the search engine, they don't actually know which videos are monetized or not. And part of that is really because our team's focus is on getting viewers the videos they want to watch.
Now, I met the guy who was saying that, and he's a really nice guy, don't get me wrong. But I have to contradict him here. As one YouTube rep told the history community, the systems are separate but influence one another. That is from a YouTube rep. This becomes especially apparent when you dive into analytics and see that as soon as a video gets demonetized, its views tank. And this video about veterans history and veterans issues is something I desperately don't want to die. If YouTube truly values education, as they are constantly spouting off, then they would not shirk away from difficult histories. They need to fix this. The only thing keeping that video alive is the outpouring of support I've seen on Twitter and through people sharing it. YouTube needs to be transparent in what was demonetizable in that video and how that can be avoided in the future, especially if they claim to support educational content. I did not work for months to put together a video on veterans issues just to have it suppressed. Make it known why a video is impacted in this way, rather than defaulting to copy and paste responses that don't answer the questions being asked. After all, Wojcicki actually says that communication and transparency is her #1 priority.
And now, here's the latest update on my 2018 priorities. Number 1, communication and transparency.
When you contact them to ask why this is happening, all they do is act like you want another review. That's not what I'm asking. I'm asking why. They're ignoring the question just so that they can make YouTube seem like it actually cares about communication, transparency, and education, all the while blatantly violating their own professed principles. But well, hey, if you ignore the problem, then it doesn't exist, right? They went through the same problem when they were accidentally demonetizing LGBT content. And YouTube has actively tried to rectify that mistake. But unlike that problem, this video was manually reviewed. Supposedly a person watched it and then decided, no, we can't have this on our platform, suppress it. The whole point of the video is to show that historians should care about veterans' issues just the same way that they care about race, class, and gender, which includes LGBT issues. By suppressing the video, YouTube is only revealing that they don't care about veterans' advocacy. If they're going to suppress veterans' advocacy as they're revealing, we need to fight it. I'd like to point you guys to some veterans' charities. In the description below, you will find a number of charities that have been rated highly by Charity Watch. We just had an important Veterans Day, which was the 100-year anniversary of the creation of the day, as in Armistice Day. So now is a great time to donate to veterans' charities. Making people aware of veterans' issues is something that history is amazingly good at. And yet, YouTube doesn't seem to value any kind of difficult history. I don't want this video to be suppressed, and honestly, I don't think YouTube staffers do either. Somebody just made a bad call. So please, if you haven't, go check the video out yourself and see why this is abhorrent for YouTube to suppress. Thanks to everyone watching. You guys are awesome.